Well, hey there, Ghost Cats and Ghost Kittens. It is Ghostcat Patrick. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this week. I'm attending a Royal Enfield event. They're doing a launch of a new bike, and I'm going to go ahead and cover that. I'll make a video about that too. Shot a few other things while I was here, and I just haven't had a chance to edit them. This is going to be an odd video. You guys can. This is a good time to turn it off if you're not really feeling it. But this is my video for the week. So one of the things I didn't necessarily anticipate when I decided to do a video a week for the entire year was all the things that happen to a person in a given year. There are some ups, there are some downs, and sometimes those ups can be very, very high up, and sometimes those downs can be very, very low down. This is a down point. So I don't want to go too much into it. I'm not really a person who looks for sympathy or people who, or someone who really wants to put all my business out there in the world. But it's just say it's just not a great week. So that's sort of what I want to talk about today. I'm going to make this very, very short. Don't worry, this is not going to be one of those like 15-minute me trying to change the world kind of videos. What I would like to talk about today is life, and it's a big topic, big broad topic. I am not going to pretend that I'm going to say anything more profound than people have said, but some people before me have said about the topic, but I'm just going to talk about what I feel like talking about. I think the summary of what I want to say is that you get one chance at it. And that's a hard thing to wrap your brain around, especially if you're young. Young people, it looks like your whole life is ahead of you. You of course have your highs and your lows, and bad things happen, good things happen, when you're young, just like they do when you're old. But it's different towards the end of your life than it is at the beginning of your life, because there's always that hope for the future. There's always like, yeah, I'm 25, I have another 50, 60, 70 years left. That doesn't stick around. It's coming sooner than you think. And I don't want to necessarily be a downer about it, because life is a beautiful and amazing, powerful thing. There's some really incredible things that you go through in life. There's really some there are really some just incredible things out there, and you can't let the fear of the end scare you away from experiencing today. The inevitable will happen, and it's gonna happen when you least expect it, or well, no matter when it happens. Let me put it this way: no matter when it happens, it will be more than likely unwelcome. It'll be relatively unexpected, and well, quite frankly, it won't matter to you, but it'll matter to everyone around you. I guess the summary of all the advice that I could possibly give a human being comes down to this: live the life that you have. And I'm not saying go out and be irresponsible or sacrifice the feelings and love of those around you in order to give yourself the best time possible, because that's also irresponsible. That's not really living life, that's just being a dick. If there's something that you want to do in life, find a way to do it. You only get one shot. If you want to call someone, call them. If you want to tell someone you love them, tell them that you love them, because next week you might not get a chance. There's only so many hours and just so many days that you have on this planet, and you can't live in a shell and block things out and be scared of it. The only thing you can do is do the best that you can with the hours and the days that you have for yourself. And it can be whatever that means to you, whether that means having kids or family, house, or if it means traveling the world, or if it means painting the best painting you've ever painted, or writing a concerto, or making a movie, or I don't know, just being the best tax consultant you can be. All of that it all comes down to you, and it comes down to who you are and what you want out of life. The end is coming, and it's looking around the corner at you. And you only have so many hours and so many days in this world. So do your best, do the best you can while you're here. Take care of yourself and take care of others, but do the thing. You never know when you're not going to have the opportunity, or you'll still be alive and your body won't function like it did 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So you won't be able to climb that mountain because your knees simply can't take it anymore, or whatever. Use the time that you have available to you to do the best that you can and live the most fulfilling life you can, and give the most you can of yourself and to those that you love. We've all heard it before. This isn't a revelation. Everybody knows this stuff, but maybe you're hearing this and you're having that aha moment where it's like, you know what? This weirdo's right. I probably should do something more with my life, or I probably should, I don't know, buy that sports car, or skydive, or write that novel I've been holding on to, or whatever. You get one shot. You can't let things stand in the way of that one shot, because you're never going to get that time back. So do the best that you can. Love who you love with all of your heart. Give of yourself in the ways that you want to give with all of yourself. Don't hold anything back, because there's nothing to, there's no second game, you know? There's nothing else. So just get out there and make it happen. So ends my TED Talk.